Hello, 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 good people, and welcome to Happy Healthy Whole with Sharia. This is our Wednesday wisdom, and we are talking building a sustainable business. We are on a four-part series for the new year, which is starting the therapy practice, building success while nurturing yourself. And so let's get started on this week's topic, which is building a sustainable business. That would seem like the most sensible thing to do as we start thinking about growing our practice. But many times, this discussion has been one of those things where people feel like they know, but do they really know? So, today we're going to dive into the nuts and bolts around building a sustainable therapy practice. Because if you've listened to me before, I've talked about starting businesses in other different formats. But one way or one thing that we want to do is to make sure that it works for us and it works for others. And so that being said, let's talk about what does it take to make a sustainable business. When it comes to therapy specific, you want to think about your legal and financial setup. The first things that we get together is our paperwork. It makes sense if you are thinking about starting a practice, you need to get the foundational things in order. You know our why, we know our readiness, we know our motivation and all those things and our self-care resilience. But now we need to do the legal paperwork. What is our business going to be? An LLC, a solo practitioner, a group practice? Is it going to have all of these things that we might need? And you don't want to do things like skip opening up your bank account, making sure that you have an accountant or a bookkeeper. Trust me, it is all worth it in the beginning when you get your legal and your financial setup together. Those areas are going to help you to make a strong as you run your business plan, as you run your business outline, depending on what you called it or decided on. The next thing you want to think about is your insurance and licenses. Are you prepared in that sense that you know the ins and out around your liability, your general insurance, and the different areas that you have to practice to make sure that you have a peace of mind? So not only do you have to maintain your actual mental health professional license, but you need to think about all the areas and business licenses that you will need related to how you are sustaining your business. So, for example, in my particular type of business, because I have contracts with the government, I have to have very specific insurance and a very specific amount. How much is that going to cost me? Is it going to be worth it for the contracts? All of those things have to be planned out and thought about. So, piecing those things together help me to not only have that legal and financial setup, but to also have my licenses and insurance in place so that I can grow and sustain the business that I have. So peace of mind is priceless when you know what your legal, financial, your insurance, and your licenses are all about. The next thing you want to think about is marketing with intention. Y'all, you know I love an authentic self, right? So letting the market reflect who you truly are, letting your marketing look like you, be like you, talk like you, build a website that gets people to you and it makes them feel like they connect with you. Getting on social media and having a format that is truly and authentically who you are without holding back, but also allowing yourself to play within the realms of your ethics and your legal requirements around your license. Knowing all these things is going to help you to not just get the ideal client, but keep them and attract them. This will help you connect and create referral pipelines. And that's how your business is sustained. When you think about referral pipelines, you're thinking about where am I getting these referrals from related to the different types of business I may have come up with legal setup wise, which is if I'm a group practice, if I'm a contractor, excuse me, if I'm a solo practice, if I'm a consultation and training and group practice, whatever that looks like is going to help you to create a pipeline of referrals when you are marketing with intention. Don't waste your time just throwing things out there. Marketing with intention will allow you to get the ideal clients, create a relationship and connection with them, and then ultimately keep that pipeline of referrals going. Don't just sell, serve. That is a big lesson when you are thinking about marketing with intention. And then the last thing when it comes to literally sustaining your business is building a schedule. Create a schedule that works for you being able to balance your life. Block out times for your admin work, your client work, and your personal breaks. You are always going to hear me talk about taking care of yourselves in any of these weeks that we're talking about, because the important thing that helped me to not only sustain my business and grow my business was taking care of me. You deserve a life outside of your practice. The only way that your practice can truly serve you for that autonomy that you may have chosen for that flexibility you may have chosen for, is to be able to create schedules and create boundaries around those schedules that allow you to include work, client, admin, as well as your personal breaks and including your growth and outside of practice needs. Those are always going to be the things that I recommend when it comes to sustaining your business. Again, those four things are your legal and financial setup, knowing who you are and what you are structure-wise, insurance and license. What do you need to actually have peace of mind so that you are doing the right business ethically? And then marketing with intention. Don't just sell, serve. And then building a schedule that reflects your true ambition around balance and harmony in your workplace as well as your life. And so to me, those things are going to be your most important parts of setting the blueprint for your business to sustain and to grow. Part 3, we're going to talk about managing client work and setting boundaries. That's going to be another important part of really truly setting the tone for the new year around growing and maintaining or starting your practice, because balance is the key to longevity and success in this field. Take good care of yourselves. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, share with other people who are trying to start their business, as well as in this, in the description, you will see a workshop on 5 mistakes most people make when they start a practice. I would recommend checking it out, taking a look at it. It's about 30 minutes, and I'll give you the 5 steps or 5 mistakes that most people make and some solutions to those steps. Take a quick check. It's about 30 minutes, like I said, and I'm sure it will help you to develop and grow. Take good care of yourselves. Be well.